I will pay for the ticket, and we'll just leave it at that.
Security arrest, so you know your rights pretty good. You should by now. At any
Pretty
rate,
sure, yeah.
you now join a long list of people who also drink and get stupid.
All my courtroom trials are lies.
Well, let me
Mr. Holder has come to court with a counselor to plead with the judge on his case. He'd come to court earlier and it didn't go so well for him.
Were you with him the last time he was in court?
I was not, Your Honor. It was a different counselor.
Oh, I see. Okay. You want to show me the letter?
Sure.
Show it to Inspector Quinn.
His counselor comes with a letter and a handicap parking placard, and this strikes a very tiny nerve in the judge.
Mr. Holder, you are showing me a handicapped parking placard.
Correct.
He was parked in an area in which he cannot park, even with a handicapped parking placard. This would allow him to park in a overtime parking zone.
Mr. Holder didn't seem to know exactly what was wrong with the picture, and his counselor isn't doing him any favors by the choice of words in the letter he wrote the judge.
It seems tickets have become part of Mr. Holder's chronic behavior. Mr. Holder believes he is being targeted by police and therefore receiving tickets.
Martin Luther King Day tickets for the last 10 years.
Mr. Holder claims that it's something related to racial aggression, but actually, it's not. He isn't denying the fact that he parked in the wrong place and got a ticket for it, but instead of taking responsibility, he's doing this.
Every year on Martin Luther King's Day, I get a ticket.
And why do you think that is?
Why I think that?
Yes.
Because I'm all about equal rights.
Oh, so you've come to...
This man seems to be as far from reality as possible. He claims he's in a courtroom with lies and everyone involved in his cases are for some reason against him.
Yeah.
I want you to be quiet for a minute because I'm going to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Right? See, the last time you were here, right, I heard the same story, and I gave you a break. I gave you a break, and I dismissed your ticket. And I'm not even sure...
The man is quite aggressive with his words. The last time he was in court, the judge dismissed the case, basically doing him a favor for the most part, but on his way out, he decided to be ungrateful by giving the judge the finger. Honestly, I have no idea what magic his counselor will perform to give the judge a different perspective.
Past.
I know, Your Honor. That's all I can do on his behalf.
What do you want to say?
I'm 63 years of age, and I'm tired of the lies.
Do you know what I want from you? I want an apology.
Saying what?
The judge wants an apology, but that's not even viable for him to give as he denies ever doing it in the first place. I mean, this is self-sabotage. It's absolutely unnecessary. Just apologize and maybe stop parking in unwarranted places and your life would be a lot better. And I feel bad for the counselor. I hope all of this isn't pro bono because this man is way too difficult not to be earning something off of him.
I didn't do it.
You're not going to apologize.
I did not do anything like that.
Matter is set down for trial. You're coming back.
Whatever.
Thank you.
The next perpetrator came to plead his case. He didn't stop for the red light and the state is prosecuting him. Well, they aren't supposed to because it was close to 0.2 of a second.
All right. Now, Mr. Herring.
Yes, sir.
The city does not prosecute cases for camera red lights if the time is 0.2 of a second.
Okay.
They do not prosecute those cases. In your case...
This man is quite polite, quite differing from the previous man that was in the court. Well, the judge liked how polite he was and started a conversation with him.
Did you play any sports, sir?
I did when I was younger. I mean, I'm 67 now. My kids did. I got 3 sons. They played for North Carolina Central. One played for North Carolina State. And one other one played here at community, college here. So, my other 2.
The judge continued to talk with the man, and they seemed to hit it off real good. The man is quite tall, and he claims his sons are taller than he is. And he loves his sons because they give him respect, and it bothers him that that man did that earlier.
When that guy did that?
I'm in the courtroom with lies. All my courtroom trials are lies.
It actually bothered me because you're one of the most respectful men, most fair men in this whole system.
The man claims he's been involved with a lot of lawyers and judges, and he's not met one as fair as the judge is. The judge mellows down, and it's obvious that his mood is bright once again, a mood good enough to compliment the man standing in front of him.
Raising of your three sons, you set a great example for them, and you struck a real responsive chord with me when you said that all you're doing is you're treating them the way your parents taught you to treat other people. And I'm sure in return, your sons are now treating other people the way you taught them. And
Miss Lopez appears before Judge Caprio. She's prosecuted in terms of a car that was booted. It's her car and it's in her name, but her son was the one who drove the car. The judge had charged $140, but they still owed $40.
He came on my behalf. I couldn't because of my health.
But he never paid the $40.
Apparently not. I just found out.
After I gave him a big break.
I just found out.
Right.
I
That's
didn't
number
know
one.
that.
Okay. Now, who drives this car, you or your son?
My son takes it from the driveway and
Her son drives the car most times and he works, but he can't help her pay for the tickets, and this bothers the judge.
yes.
All right, so we can help you pay for these tickets.
In theory, he could.
Look, you know something? I'm beginning.
I will pay for my ticket.
I'm beginning to find out why you're.
The judge misinterpreted the chuckle she made, and he lashes out, telling her that she makes excuses for her son. Based on what she's shown, I'm not so sure that's true. The judge might be mistaken here.
It's in
24
my
years
name,
old.
and I will pay for the ticket, Your Honor.
Give him some responsibility. Give him
Easier
some
said than
you know how you
done.
give him some responsibility? You take the keys to the car, you say, okay, you're independent.
My husband passed away 7 years ago, and life has not been easy. So I will pay for the ticket. And we'll.
The judge strikes something in her, and she begins to cry. Her husband died 3 years ago, and the comment he made her emotional.
There's a million stories in the big city.
Oh, I'm sure.
Remember Dragnet, the TV series? There's a million stories in the big city, right? So I understand that. So I know it's personal, right? How are you coping with it, okay?
Not well. Not well.
She used to work for the health department for 25 years, but now she's not able to work anymore. This moves the judge to do something for her.
You have an opportunity to smile. If I was a little harsh at you at the beginning, I wasn't doing
Oh, no,
it.
Your Honor, you weren't. This is between my
Okay, I wasn't
son
doing it
and
to
I.
embarrass you or anything else. I'm doing it to try to help you, okay?
Yeah, no, this is between my son and I. Old school family and what.
This man comes to court with quite a mysterious intent. Though he seems to be disabled, he plays it out in quite a different kind of way.
Please.
Okay, well, let's say that I was walking all over the place, and yesterday was hump day, and today's Thursday, and I got a hump on my back, and I look a little bit like Quasimodo, and I'm having some fun. Now, I'm downtown, I'm at Haven Brothers, and I want a cookie, and I buy a cookie. I walk across the street, I walk in and out 7-Eleven.
Well, that was quite random and unexpected. I mean, bringing Quasimodo into this was way too unnecessary.
At least 3 times. I don't know why, but I do it. And then I go to Haven Brothers, and I don't know
Mr.
why.
Powell,
but I'm
Mr.
hungry.
Powell, before you say anything, I want you to listen to me for 1 minute,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
All right. You are charged with a misdemeanor.
Yes, sir.
You're charged with disorderly conduct. A
He was charged with a misdemeanor and disorderly conduct, and normally he's going to pay a $500 fine, or he should go to jail for 30 days. Or both, depending on the case. But this case seems to be interesting as the man is displaying certain symptoms of mental illness.
You have the right against self-incrimination, which means you don't have to say anything.
Exactly.
Do you understand those rights?
I absolutely do.
Okay,
Now,
how,
sir,
how do you plead to the charge?
I absolutely plead not guilty, but I have a question, sir. Now, if I buy a cookie, it costs $1. That is the dream.
He's talking too fast about things nobody understands. I don't know what symptoms this is, but this doesn't look normal.
Where we have gold, we have money. Why is it paper? Why is it substance? I don't know, but that's what I know. It's right. I don't know why it's right, but it's what I dream. And I don't know if what I dream is right and what is right what I dream, but it just makes sense. Just like if you have peanut butter and jelly.
The judge doesn't seem to understand it either, not in any way. But the judge seems to be quite doubtful, and it doesn't help that the people in the court are laughing at him. There's nothing funny about this.
I don't know. But if I want to spend $1 on a cookie, and I want to eat a cookie, and I want to walk across the street, and not have some cop step on my foot and break my toe, and me be in pain all night, sitting in the cell asking, why? I want to know.
Yeah, that's not funny. This guy definitely needs some help, alright? There's nothing normal about this, and I wish they would all see that.
Why don't we talk about the matter at hand?
Yes,
and
sir.
let me explain to you what the city alleges happened, which resulted in your arrest. So I want you to listen.
Oh, okay.
Upon arrival, police identified you.
His case of misconduct was because he was at a store not buying anything, and he was yelling at the customers and employees just as he was doing now. They asked him to leave and he refused, then they called the police.
The store and refusing to leave. So this was the third time. That's what the city alleges happened.
I say it's a lie, total lie. I was in 7-Eleven talking about God, smiling, laughing, believing in what I need to believe in because that's what my country believes in.
The point isn't coming across well, and it's beginning to tire the judge. The man, in his own words, claims he isn't guilty.
By now. At any
Pretty
rate,
sure, yeah.
at any rate, how do you plead to the charge?
Not guilty.
All right, that means you're going to come back and have a trial. So you are asking to come back and have a trial. Is that what you want?
Sir, I just actually...
The judge tells him his matter is going to be set down for trial. I don't know why they allowed him to do this. He's clearly not well enough for this. A counselor could have helped him.
That you will keep the peace and be of good behavior between now and April 2nd. And if you don't, then you will run the risk of being violated and sent to the ACI. Do you understand
I'm not used
that?
to that in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
This man was prosecuted because he obstructed traffic and he needed to give an explanation to the judge.
Exactly. They asked me to come in and represent them.
They said, well, send Russ down. They said, Russ, make sure you go with a suit and a tie. Make a nice impression that the judge may give you a break.
But it's an everyday thing, Judge, because I'm a sales rep, so I have to...
Oh, you're a salesman,
yes.
so you know that I'm going to believe 20% of what you tell me.
That
Well, he wasn't the one prosecuted, he's just a representative of the company, and the information he's given may be lacking some details.
Number 4, they told you to come down because you're local, right? Number 5, you get all dressed up and spruced up. Number 6, this is all what you told me, right? You're a salesman. And number 7, the information you got is third hand. All right, now what do you want to tell?
The driver says he didn't get the ticket, which may not be true because the company is being prosecuted because of him. Now the man is here trying to plead with the court, and Judge Caprio isn't on the same page as he is.
Okay.
to see if we can go to the original.
I haven't been ordained in any religious sect to give that kind of mercy. Have you?
Still early, Judge.
Still early? All right. Well, you can tell your superior.
The judge tells him that he's made a good impression of his company, and that has to be commended. Judge Caprio waives the penalty.
Wedding now, Judge.
So, what is your wish list? You're looking to get the penalties waived, I suspect. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think we can do that.
Thank you.
You're not paying this. The company's paying
The
that.
company will pay for it.
This man was in a bar and he was asked to leave, but he refused. His actions got him arrested, and now he's in front of Judge Caprio to plead the case.
Gave him the middle finger, and you said, I'm not going anywhere. Which time Mr. Wright called the police. According to the police report, you then moved the chair and positioned it on the sidewalk so that no one was able to get by while being forced to walk into the street.
That sounds like quite the scene, just being stubborn and aggressive for no good reason. But it was probably because he was drunk. Well, that doesn't explain his silence in the court.
Told you that if you returned, you would be arrested. You said you understood that and you left. And
He looks so angry, like he wants to beat the judge, and it's really bothersome to look at. It's quite ironic that when he was at the police station, he was polite, a detail which was mentioned in the police report. Honestly, his facial expression is confusing me.
in a polite manner, you said, and I quote, you said, I drink and I get stupid.
That's exactly what happened.
I'm sorry. And that sums it up. And you now join a long list.
Drinking is really bad for a lot of people. They make decisions they sure can't come back from, and like this man, they get arrested and have to pay a fine or go to jail. Or if the judge is lenient, they might get community service.
They get alcoholic muscles, right? They think they're much bigger than they are. They think they're much tougher than they are. They lose all perspective. The key is to understand your ability.
Well, I do apologize for my behavior.
The investigator beside the judge recommends a $50 fine based on the fact that it wasn't a dangerous event. He also didn't harm anybody in any way. He's to pay the fine only if he admits the offense.
Right, it's a non-event.
$50 fine,
All right, well, if you admit the offense, the Inspector Quinn's recommending a $50 fine. I'm inclined to go along with that.
That's fine.
We'll give you all the time you need to pay it.
Okay.
Good luck.